If he shows up and does the exact right thing, he can win the fight. If he don't do the right thing, which I don't see him doing, I don't know why he would at this point in his career. I don't know.
Spectacular. Yeah, I told everybody Terence Crawford's pound for pound #1. Most journalists and writers in the sport have ranked Terence Crawford.
Difficult. He needs to handle and maintain the speed and improve his power. That's what I did. Like, maintain your speed and improve your power.
Roy Jones Jr. confidently stated that Terence "Bud" Crawford would dominate Floyd Mayweather in a potential matchup. According to Roy, Crawford's sharp instincts, power, and adaptability inside the ring would push Floyd far beyond his comfort zone. He believes Mayweather's undefeated record was carefully built by avoiding fighters who could truly challenge him. Roy insists that Crawford is exactly the kind of opponent Mayweather never faced, one with the intelligence, aggression, and all-around skill to finally expose the weaknesses behind Floyd's perfect legacy.
You're leaning towards Crawford, is that correct?
I'm not saying I'm leaning towards him. I love both guys. Both guys are great fighters. Well, I can't say I'm leaning. I am leaning towards Crawford. I am. And not because Canelo is not a great fighter, but because I don't know. There's a lot of I don't knows about Canelo. You feel me? So I don't know if Canelo's hungry. I know Bud is hungry. Bud stays hungry. I don't know if Canelo's hungry. Bud has never got the recognition for what he deserves like Canelo has. You understand me? So Bud is still hungry for that recognition. When you're hungry like that, a determined man, it's very hard to detour.
Roy Jones Jr. believes Terence Crawford possesses skills that most fighters can only dream of. He first praises Crawford's exceptional ring IQ, his ability to read opponents, adapt mid-fight, set traps, and shift strategy in real time. Second, he highlights Crawford's stance versatility, switching effortlessly between orthodox and southpaw to confuse and exploit openings. Third, Roy admires his precise punch setups and timing, using feints, jabs, and body-head combinations for maximum impact. Fourth, he notes Crawford's lateral movement, footwork, and angles that allow him to evade damage while remaining ready to counter. Finally, Roy emphasizes Crawford's intelligent, pinpoint power, striking with accuracy and purpose rather than relying solely on brute force.
I'd rank him probably in your top 10, maybe even your top 5.
Where do you rank Terence, in your opinion?
I put him in the top 15, maybe the top 10, because he definitely had the skill of a top 5. Just that he hasn't had the opposition that some guys were able to get, and that's not his fault. He's made one of the best fighters in his weight class look like nobody. It's pretty damn good. Now he proved what we already thought. We just didn't see him against the best opposition near his weight class. See, this is the thing people don't understand. This is what I like about Bud. He reminds me of Roy. We ain't got to have the best opposition in our weight class. We want the best opposition near our weight class.
There's been discussion that maybe, Crawford and Inoue are going back and forth tussling for like pound for pound, that maybe Inoue because of the multiple weight divisions. You're shaking your head no. Tell me why no.
Because Inoue also, when he first moved up, he lost to Donnell. Don't forget, Bud ain't lost nobody. Moving up or down, he moved up 3 times. He lost nobody. Don't tell me he better than Bud. No.
Roy Jones Jr. sees Terence Crawford at the absolute peak of his powers, undefeated, experienced, versatile, and still as hungry as ever. He believes Crawford has proven his ability to adapt, maintain power, and fight effectively across multiple weight classes. At around 167.5 pounds, Crawford combines speed, strength, and elite ring IQ in a way few fighters ever have. Jones insists that with this rare balance of skill and mindset, Crawford possesses every tool necessary to dominate and potentially rewrite boxing history forever.
As Canelo Alvarez has been a great fighter his whole career, people like Erislandy Lara gave you the blueprint on how to beat him. People like Floyd Mayweather also gave you the blueprint on how to beat him. Bud is more fierce, more fearsome, and more angrier, and more meaner than both of those guys. So if they showed you the blueprint, Bud gonna go out there, take that blueprint, and do even more with it, which is what Bud did. So it was never a question in my mind whether Bud really was going to outbox him, just if he could take the punch. And right away he showed, bam, he could take the punch. So I knew from that point, if he just slow him down, which he did, he'd be okay. Then late in the fight, what other people still didn't see, late in the fight, Bud started hitting Canelo's body. One of those body shots, I think about the 7th or 8th round, hurt Canelo. I was like, whoa. Bud hit him in the right spot then, and he got Canelo's respect with that too. So Bud fought a very, very awesome fight, fought a beautiful fight, very tactical.
Very controlled.
Yes, it was a beautiful fight for boxing.
It was a beautiful fight. Bud got hit with some shots.
He did.
He got hit with some single shots going out.
He's going out and Canelo, if he has you trapped in the corner or along the ropes, it's typically 1 to 2 big shots. You know that if you've watched him. So you can tell Crawford, as he was going out, he knew the one shot was coming, and several times it landed. He even got hit with a two-piece. I don't remember what round it was, uppercut right hand that Crawford took well. So when you started seeing him absorb the shots, if you're Team Crawford, you don't want him to take that shot. But if you started seeing that, now you know that, okay. And I think that's what gave Crawford the green light to stay there a little bit longer.
He smiled about it.
He smiled about it. Yeah. And sometimes that smile can be a lie. Sometimes that smile can mean what I think it meant for Crawford, which is, oh, that's not as bad as I thought it was.
Critics argue that a potential Crawford-Mayweather fight could damage Terence Crawford's legacy. They believe that instead of continuing to build on his historic triumphs, like dismantling Errol Spence and outclassing Canelo Alvarez, Crawford would be seen as chasing financial gain rather than genuine competitive greatness. This view arises from Mayweather's recent focus on lucrative exhibition bouts rather than meaningful, legacy-defining contests. Many analysts warn that Crawford has fought too hard and too smart to risk being viewed as someone prioritizing money over history. Critics also revisit the context of Mayweather's own major victories, noting that Canelo was only 22 and still developing when they met, while Manny Pacquiao entered their 2015 showdown with a lingering shoulder injury that hindered his performance. Moreover, Mayweather's refusal to grant rematches, especially with Pacquiao, left fans with unresolved questions. In contrast, Crawford has consistently defeated elite opponents at or near their prime, strengthening the belief that his success is built on beating top-tier, fully prepared fighters rather than catching them past their peak.
Floyd Mayweather is still greater than Terence Crawford. We need to really talk about this. A lot of you guys are putting Crawford a bit too high. If you want to say Crawford could beat Floyd, I'm more open to that conversation. But when you're lining up the careers, I'm going to say Floyd every time. While they're both 5 division, Bud has become 3-time undisputed, but he's only fought 10 world champions to Floyd's 25 world. You can't take away the 5 division, 3-time undisputed. In terms of accolades, yeah, he probably gets the nod over Floyd. I'll say the accolades are about relative, considering Floyd Mayweather won Fighter of the Decade as well. But when you get to the resumes, Pacquiao, Oscar, Canelo, Cotto, Mosley, Castillo, Marquez, Zach, Gotti, Hatton, and Portly. It's probably way more people that this guy just didn't name. And then when you get to Bud's resume, not saying it's just bad, but only names that's really worth mentioning is going to be Spence and Canelo. It's not a knock on Bud. Bud was not able to make those fights early on in his career. But I got to tell you guys what it is. Bud's resume just doesn't line up with Floyd's. Take the top 20 wins. Bud don't even got 20 wins to really sit here and name. Floyd got a good 20-something plus. Bud probably got about 10 wins that we could really sit here and name. Floyd's still greater than Bud in my opinion.
Floyd Mayweather and Roy Jones Jr. share a relationship defined by both admiration and rivalry. While each respects the other's brilliance, their egos often collide. Roy frequently insists he was the more naturally gifted fighter, dominating across multiple weight divisions during his prime. Floyd counters by pointing to his flawless record and business success as proof of his superiority. Their tension deepened when Roy dismissed Floyd's TBE, the best-ever claim, calling it disrespectful to past legends, prompting Floyd to mock Roy's late-career defeats as stains on his legacy. Ultimately, their feud isn't about stepping into the ring. It's a battle for recognition, pride, and boxing immortality.
What's happening? Fight fans around the world. I know how y'all are. I know y'all enjoy boxing, no good games, and have issues, and people have opinions. Cool too. I got opinions. I'm allowed to say my opinion or speak my opinion. And if somebody was trying to send me up to let me know message, it works. Because if you want to prove that you're better than me, I'm always getting wide open. Let's go.
The debate over who truly reigns supreme, Floyd Mayweather or Terence "Bud" Crawford, has become one of boxing's most heated discussions. On one side, Mayweather boasts a perfect record, unmatched defense, and an era-defining career built on discipline and precision. On the other, Crawford's dominance across multiple weight classes, his destruction of prime opponents, and his relentless hunger for greatness make him the embodiment of the modern warrior. While Mayweather's legacy thrives on calculated mastery and business brilliance, Crawford's is fueled by risk-taking and conquering the best when they were at their peak. It's a clash between perfection and pure ambition, between strategy and ferocity. No matter where you stand, One thing's undeniable: both have redefined boxing excellence in their own way. But now it's your turn to weigh in. Who wins the legacy battle? Mayweather's flawless record or Crawford's fearless pursuit of greatness? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe, like, and share for more explosive boxing breakdowns and debates every week.